Gentlemen, welcome back to Game on Purpose. My name is Michael, and this series has been about feeling stuck. And this week, I want to talk about confidence. Confidence is one of those things that I thought you just had or you didn't. That some people were born with it, and the rest of us spent our life chasing it. But after years of failing and trying, I realized that confidence is not a personal trait. It's evidence. Your brain is keeping receipts every time you do something hard and prove to yourself that you can do it. So this week, let's talk about confidence, why it's so hard to build, what your brain is doing behind the scenes, and let's talk about the traits that you can do to prove to yourself that anytime you walk into a room, you belong. And while we do that, we're going to play the AFC Championship game with the Baltimore Ravens playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. And if we look at the bracket, the winner of our game obviously goes to the Super Bowl to play either the Rams or the 49ers. And just like any other team, this Jaguars team is stacked. They do have John Elway as quarterback. He is injured, so his backup is Tony Romo. Running back is Christian McCaffrey. Their wide receivers are Jerry Ricecake, which this is what you get if you download these rosters. Sometimes there's just weird players, but he's still at 99 overall. Jerry Rice receiver. With Jimmy Smith, Terry McLaurin. This is going to be a tough team. We're going to do our best. We're going to try to get to the Super Bowl. Let's go. The AFC Championship game here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here comes Michael Vick and this Baltimore Ravens team. We'll be kicking off to start this game. I really want a nice start to this game. This is going to be tough. Let's see if we can start strong. Get out in front. Nice tackle. Let's go. So it looks like John Elway was injured in the last game. This is Tony Romo's first start of the season. That should make things way easier for us. We do have Christian McCaffrey. That's okay. All right, let's get this game started. All right, third down. So I think confidence is one of the most misunderstood things. Because most people think you don't need it before you start. But in reality, that's not how it works. Most people are waiting to feel confident. Good stop. They're waiting to feel confident before they take action. And that's what keeps us stuck, not taking action, because confidence is built through taking action and overcoming obstacles. If you're waiting to feel confident, you're going to be waiting a long time. That's just the simple fact. You have to go do the hard things. You have to show up for yourself to build confidence. Let's see if we can stop this kick. That was a good defensive stop. Nailed it. All right, here we go. Let's get a good return, get a good start for our offense. And like I said to start this, I think a lot of people believe confidence is either something you have or you don't. That, people are naturally just born with confidence. Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo. Keep going. All right, that's how you start this game. Touchdown, Bo Jackson. Let's get this extra point. Move on. Okay, we'll pick back up the conversation here in just a second. Let's get this ball kicked off, get back on defense. That's a great start to the game. This is a great start. Let's hold them. But like I was saying, a lot of people feel like people are just naturally confident and that others aren't. But that's actually not true. Oh, Christian. Confidence is built. It's built through work. It's built through trying. It's built through failure. And I think most people have a misunderstanding about how that actually works. It's not something you're born with. It's not something you're given. It's something that you work to build. And like we've talked about many times through this series, is that it's your brain working against you. There's a reason you don't feel confident in certain situations because your brain is wired to avoid uncertainty. That was a great defensive stop. Let's get the ball again. Let's see if we can score again and get a good lead before we go into our key moment. Like I said, your brain is wired against, uncertainty. It wants to know what's going to happen because predictability equals safety. We're going to get Bo Jackson. We're going to have Bo Jackson block for us here. Oh, first down. Devontae. Nice. Because when predictability equals safety, you're not going to try anything new. So when something is new or it's unfamiliar, your brain doesn't give you confidence. It's not just going to hand it to you. It gives you hesitation. Confidence is your brain recognizing something as familiar. And just like we've talked about with motivation, with all the other things we've talked about, is that your brain is technically working against you. And in this situation, it's the amygdala that's working against you. There's that part of your brain that's always scanning for risk. How can I keep you safe? How can I keep you comfortable? Because when it doesn't recognize something, it treats that like a potential risk. All right, let's see if we can hit Harvin deep. If not, we'll hit Thomas short here. Got him. Nice. And that part of your brain that's telling you that this is unsafe or that it's a threat, this is why when you try something new, you feel nervous. You feel unsure. Your brain is scanning for potential risk, for what can hurt you, for what's discomfort. It's not because you can't do it. It's because your brain hasn't seen it enough yet. Your brain hasn't had the experience to know that you've got it. You've got yourself. Touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Got to catch the ball in the AFC Championship game. And fear, for everyone here, fear is not a sign that you can't do it. It's a sign that it's unfamiliar. Get that first down. No, it's 4th and 1. We're going to go for this on 4th down. We've got Bo Jackson. We can get this first down. First down. All right, I'm going to run this slant. Touchdown. Ravens. Going to be up 14-3. We're going to run one more defensive set, and then we'll go right into the key moments. This is a great start to this game. Up 14-3, second quarter. See if we can hold them one more time. Then we'll go into the key moments and see if we can win this AFC Championship. And going back to like how the brain is working in the situation, what's interesting is that your brain doesn't just reward success. It's actually rewarding progress. Rewarding progress when you try something. So when you try something new and you get even a small win, like we've talked about, those small wins, sack, can grow to be huge things for you. Your brain will then start building a positive association with what you're doing, no matter what that is. Again, you're going to the gym, you're going on a run, another sack, 4th and 23. We're going to run one more offensive set before we go to key moments. Let's see if we can get way up on these guys. But like I said, your brain starts building a positive association with the activity that you're doing. Something new, something scary, could even be risky, is now starting to feel safe. And that's confidence. Confidence grows when your brain sees progress. And that can be very small. Like we said, small wins equal a lot. And the one thing that a lot of people know, no matter what it is that you're doing, again, in the gym, running, reading, pushing yourself at work, These things don't actually get easier. They just become familiar. Oh no. I've done that too many times. All right, we're going to go into the key moments. So we made the defensive stop, went to halftime, scored another touchdown, and now we have the ball in the red zone, up 21-3 at the end of the third quarter. So just to go back, the more progress you make, the more your brain starts to believe that you can handle it. You've proven touchdown. You've proven that you can do this. You belong. 6 minutes left, beginning of the fourth quarter, 4th and 12. Looks like they're going for it. So again, every time you do something, you're building a pattern in your brain. You're proving to yourself and to your brain that you can do it. The stronger you do it, the more you do it, the stronger the pattern becomes. Uh-oh. Get them. Get the hands, team. They're onside kick. 28-10, 5:25 left. Let's get this ball. Got it. Confidence is built through repetition because your brain starts to recognize the pattern. And I think most people never actually build confidence because they avoid the thing that they need to do that's going to create it. They stay in what's comfortable. They don't get the reps in that they need to get in to build that confidence. You can't build confidence in something that you're avoiding. And if it's something that's important to you, it's something that you want to be stronger at or better at, or it's just something you want to accomplish in your life, what a cutback. Then it should be important enough for you to risk that unsafety, that uncomfortability to build that confidence. You can't build confidence in something you avoid. And here, as we wrap up this game, what looks like a win going to the Super Bowl, how do we build it? What's the practical use here? Like, how do we actually build confidence? First is you have to do it before you feel ready. You cannot wait. This is like motivation. You cannot wait for it just to come to you. You have to build it before you're ready. All right, they're going to stop us here. They're strong here at the goal line. And like we've talked about with other things, starting small. Make it easy to start. Make it something that's bite-sized, that feels like you can do it. Again, like build that motivation, show up for yourself, and then the confidence follows. And like we talked about with the brain, stack your reps. The more you do it, the easier it is to show up. Not the easier it is to do it. Ouch. The easier it is to show up and do it. Because confidence isn't something that you find. It's something you build. And that's the end of the AFC Championship game. We're going to the Super Bowl, boys. Baltimore 28, Jaguars 10. That's a great win for the Ravens, and we're on to the Super Bowl next week. We'll also wrap up this series and take everything we've talked about and bring it all together. But just remember that confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you build through repetition, through showing up and doing what you need to do. Take action, accomplish the goals you set out in front of yourself, and you'll prove to yourself and to your brain that you have what it takes. It's no longer risk, it's now reward. So show up, repeat, and you'll build the confidence that you need to get unstuck. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to wrapping this up next week with the Super Bowl and bringing this all together. How we get unstuck is showing up for ourselves. Thanks so much. Bye.